welcome to my Facebook Live on a Friday, as it's meant to be. Hooray! Yes, Facebook Live, or you might be watching this later on YouTube as I will upload this. Today is Friday the 3rd of August for me, and I hope you've had a great week. It's been busy for me, but also a little bit more chilled and a little bit more relaxed, so that is good. So I'll pop links down below after I finished recording this video to everything I talk about. If you have any questions, hold on to them till we get to the questions part at the end, and I will help you out if I can. Yes, so let's go. I've had, this week has been my first full week of normal routine. I've only had a couple of little things out of the ordinary, just school stuff for my school child. So it's been really good. I've actually just been able to just work through my to-do list, get things done, organise things. It's been really good. Even my crochet spot in the lounge room was just a bomb. It was just my seat and baskets and things all over the place. I've cleaned it all up, so now everything's kind of a little bit out of sight. And I've just got one project at a time that I can work on, so it just feels a lot better. And now that my daughter's back in her room, I've moved a lot of things back out of the kitchen again, and everything into here. All the boxes of books and things I've put into here, so I'm feeling a bit more calm because there's a lot of that stuff around. Yay. Hello. Yes, so what have I done this week? I didn't do a weekly email newsletter this week because this is like the changeover week in the month. Now in August, crazily, I like to send 4 emails a month, so we've sort of got an extra week. So sometimes I take a week off writing my regular emails, which I think is good for you as well as me. But next week I'll get back into it with the work in progress Wednesday, I think. So that should be fun. My app update I was talking about last week, I did it. Yay. So it's got a new icon on it. Another one's been changed. The background in the blog one has been changed, so you can now read the posts without struggling. It's not clearer. So I'm very pleased with that. It's been a while since I had to fiddle with it, with that kind of things on it, so I'm very glad that my skills are still up to it. Right, Granny Square Flair book update. Ta-da! I have lots of books. I've got boxes of them. They've all arrived, thank goodness. I should have enough to get me through the next few little events and things. So that's awesome. On Sunday just gone in Portland, I did a little mini market. There were 7 of stall holders, all fibre people. So there was people who did spinning, who did weaving, felting, dyeing yarn, making things, dyeing, I don't know, I'm not a spinner, so I don't know, but dyeing bits of fleece so you can spin directly from the fleece. I think there's a lady doing that, so that was really fun. And it was a terrible weather day. Thank you. It was hailing and windy and raining, so I really wasn't expecting anyone to come. But on Sunday, lots of people came. It was great, so it was really fun. What else have I done? Book events. My first event in a library is happening next week, next Wednesday in Portland, so that's exciting. Oh, thank you. Yes, the Mount Gambier library thing that's happening, not this weekend, the weekend after, but the weekend after, the 18th, I think. I've actually organised 2 workshops, a book talk, and then a workshop. Apparently the workshops are already completely booked out, and there's a huge waiting list for them, which is awesome. So obviously I need to go to Mount Gambier and do some classes. So that's really cool. I'm organising other events. Yes, I'll tell you a little more about that later. So yes, I have plenty of books, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles of orders sitting, waiting here to be sent. But I can't because I still haven't received my book box mailers. I know that they were ready to be picked up in Melbourne last Friday, and when I do the tracking, they are still sitting in Melbourne, which is so frustrating. Anyway, So that is my first job after I get off, after I do this. I am going to ring them and find out what on earth is happening with them, because it's not fair you guys having to wait. And I feel really bad, but I can't do anything about it because the courier just hasn't picked them up yet. Anyway, I'm sure they will arrive eventually. So I'm sorry about that. So if you have ordered a book in the last week, it will be coming to you very soon. Hopefully very, very soon. What else? Amazon. You will, if you've been looking to buy the book on Amazon, you might have seen it says, it has been saying out of stock, available to ship in a couple of days or something. I've now fixed that. It should show in stock always now. So go me. I actually did that. It was really, something I really needed to do, and I did. So I'm pleased with that. So it should be all good. Speaking of Amazon, if you do order from them, I had a message just this morning actually. So the book has charts and written patterns in, but the book that she received, the charts, all the printing had kind of been done double, like the page had slipped or something, which is not right. It should be perfect. So if you do get a copy of the book that is printed incorrectly, contact Amazon and they will send you a replacement. You might need to send them a photo to show them what's wrong, but that is incorrect. Now the reason that's happening, they're not all coming from me. I'm not ordering 10,000 books and sending them all. When you order on Amazon, it gets printed, like you order, it gets printed, it gets sent to you. It's print on demand, that's what it's called. So there may be the occasional slip up with their printers, I don't know, but I have no control over it and I don't know about it. So you just need to contact whoever you purchased it from and organise a replacement. The ones that you get from me, I have a quick flick through and they should be all fine. Yes, so there you go, that's that. So really cool things have happened this week with the book. I got a message from kind of the Russian equivalent to Amazon wanting to stock my book in Russia from Amazon, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what that means, whether, because it's in English, I'm not translating it to Russian, so we'll see how that goes. That's exciting. There's a few people stocking the book here in Australia. Skiing Sisters in Sydney, they've put in a few orders, but also Bending Over Woolen Mills. Now I can't remember, one day this week, I had a phone call about 3 o'clock in the afternoon from the girls at Bending Over Woolen Mills, and they were very excited because they had ordered some books and they put them out at 10 o'clock that day, and by the time they rang me, they were all gone. So that's very nice of them to ring me and tell me that. That was super awesome. So they have ordered more. So if you're looking for a copy of Bending Over Woolen Mills, they'll get there soon. They're also available at Unwind Craft Cafe in Melbourne and Maker in Melbourne as well now. So hopefully a few more places in the future as well. That's exciting. Now I'm going to I hate asking this, but I'm going to ask you. I'm getting lots and lots of super lovely feedback about how people love the book and they're inspired and they can't wait to make things and they love this about it, they love that about it. Lots of emails, lots of messages on social media, which is awesome. But there's still not one review on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or on my blog shop even. So can I please ask you, if you do have it and you do love it, could you please go to wherever you bought it from and leave a little review, even if it's just putting stars on it. You don't have to leave words. I would really appreciate it because, yeah, it looks a bit sad and lonely. No reviews anywhere. So thank you very much. I hate asking that. I do really appreciate all of your direct messages to me telling me your lovely thoughts. I love it, and it really makes me so happy that I've done this. But just a few public reviews would be awesome. So thank you in advance if you have time to do that for me today. Or anytime. Right, so that's enough about the book. Now, Giantess. Let me tell you about Giantess. Oops, I've only got one of them in here today. This is the one that Sam made for me in the 4-ply Bendigo. So we've got lots of the Giantess G1s around the outside and some G2s in the middle. So if you have purchased this pattern from me, Giantess, yesterday afternoon I sent an update with a link to download the new and improved version. Now the new and improved version, the pattern is much easier to understand. I've rewritten it so that it's a lot easier, trust me. I've simplified a few things. I've changed the pattern very slightly. You wouldn't know it from looking at it, but I've changed the pattern slightly in a couple of areas. There are now charts to go with everything. There is a border I designed specifically for it that will work no matter what layout you choose to do, because there are lots of options with layout. I've given you yarn requirements in 4-ply, 8-ply, 10-ply, or sport, light worsted and worsted, or DK and whatever you call your yarn. There's two layout options, and I've given you the yarn requirements for those, but you can do whatever you like. You can come up with your own layout, and in the pattern I've given you how much yarn you need for one square in 3 different yarn types, so you can do your own calculations and work out how much yarn you need. What else is in there? And videos. Yes, I have done videos for every round of the 2 squares, so you should be able to do it. I've done new round by round photos. I've done new notes and help tips. So hopefully there is now everything you need in there to be able to create Giantess. And to celebrate it, I'm doing a little quiet cal, not a big hoo-ha cal like I normally do with lots of blog posts and emails and all that sort of thing. Just a very quiet, work at your own pace, let's make a Giantess blanket together. So if you want to be in on that, I will pop a link down below to the blog post. I've done one blog post about it that's got the yarn information and a link to sign up to my newsletter, my email, to my cal email list. Because I'm going to be sending 3 emails about it only, and the first one is coming on the 13th of August, and then one in September and one in October, and that's it. So it's just a very quiet, work at your own pace, let's make it together. I want everyone to share who's making it in my Facebook group, so that will be good to see them all coming to life. Yes, so I'll put a link down below to the blog post and also to sign up to my cal newsletters. If you already get other newsletters from me, just go to the bottom of any of them and click update my preferences, and you'll be able to sign up to the cal ones as well. But that's it. Now, yes, so that's that. Yay. If you haven't received an update for the pattern, you should have received one from Ravelry if you bought it from Ravelry, or from Spin Cushions Downloads if you bought it from me. If you bought the pattern a long time ago, it's possible that you may not have received an update. So just if you can forward me your order receipt, if you can find it, or your PayPal email address, I should be able to chase it up for you. So just send me an email and I'll get that link to you. But otherwise, check your spam if you haven't got it as well. That's something I should say. And check your PayPal email address. Quite often people email me saying they didn't get their download link, but it's because they're using a different email address that's linked to their PayPal account, and the system picks up their PayPal account as their email address. So that's where the links get sent to. So check those things. If you haven't got it, contact me. I'll sort you out. Yay. So good to get that done. So good. Okay. Now, this week, as I mentioned before, I've had a bit more time to think and plan and organise. So I've actually had time to crochet this week. Hooray! What have I done? I think Tuesday, I had reached my limit. I just had enough of everything. So I put my phone away. I turned my computer off. I went and sat in front of the telly. And I did some more work on the jumper that I'm crocheting. That was in the book I reviewed recently by Karen Woolley called Coastal Crochet. So I'm using this yarn that I showed you I picked up more of from Bendigo the other week from the Pearl Box, called Eden's Blend. It's this Ghost Walk colourway. So last time I think I'd just done, I don't know, probably just a collar, but I made quite a bit of progress. I've actually used a whole skein of yarn, which is quite a lot because there's 400 metres in one of these. So 400 metres, of this very fine yarn has made this. Will I be daggy and put it on to show you? Oops. I think it's working out quite well. It's fitting quite well. It's quite a way to go before I split for the sleeves. But yeah, I think it's working really, really well. The colour's working out well. And I'm really happy. So yay, yay for that. That is that. What else have I been doing? I've been working on Erin's blanket again. So this big beast. Oops, that's the bottom. Which one is the right side? That one. So I've done not a whole lot since I probably showed you last time, but I'm up to another chevron now. I'm halfway through another one of the chevron-y rounds, this one here. Just doing it in red and with blue. So yes, feels good to be working on that again. And my new basket that I got from Bendigo is where it's living, so that's awesome too. The other fun thing I've been doing is last week, I reckon I did it on Thursday, the videos on Thursday last week, didn't I? Yeah, that night, Thursday night, my youngest daughter, who's 15, and I showed you yarn I bought for her, that she wanted to crochet a blanket for herself. I taught her how to crochet and she did not put it down. So she just wants to make a simple rose blanket for her bed. So she crocheted like a long chain and she's just been doing rows. And she's been picking it up, and if we're going into town, she takes it in the car. So this is what she's done so far. It's really quite wide. So I think she's doing an awesome job. Yeah. She's really, really taken to it. She's just, every now and then she'll get to the end and want some help to fix it up, or make sure she's got it picked up the last stitch and everything. But as you can see, I think she's doing a pretty good job. There's the occasional missed stitch in the early rows, but she's really got it down pat now. And what I find really interesting is she's the second one of my daughters that I've taught, and her technique is completely different again to mine. So my oldest daughter, she does the finger up in the air thing with the yarn. This one, she's almost knitting with it. She's not a knitter, so she's never knitted before, but yeah, her technique's completely different again, which I find really interesting, but it doesn't matter as long as it works. So yay, another crochet convert in the house. Right, so that's that. That's what I've been up to this week. Questions. Yay. I have had a few questions this week that I want to talk to you about. A question that I get a lot, and I've had it a couple of times this week, is what yarn and colours is this that you see me making things in? My Sirens Atlas collection, and pretty much everything I've ever made I do in those colours. Pardon me. Well, the answer to that is, it is Cascade Ultra Pima Cotton, made in Peru, but it's actually an American brand. There's 100 grams in one skein, however you say it, 200 meters. And yes, the colours I use are a favourite here, turquoise, this one, love it. This one is called Aqua. This one is called Ice. And this one is the Natural. So where do you get it from? Well, Google is your friend. If you're in the States, you should be able to get it lots of places because it's American yarn. If you go to the Cascade website, they've actually got a list of stockists, so you should be able to do that. I get mine here in Australia from Julie at Little Woolly down in Hastings. One of the UK, one or two of the UK yarn stores, I can't remember if it's Wool Warehouse or Love Crochet or Deramores. Anyway, one of those or two of those stock it as well, so it's around. You can find it. But what I wanted to show you is, okay, so this is the usual way I do the colours. but the exact same colours can be used to a different effect. So this is just used in a reverse order. So instead of starting with the dark, I finish with the dark. So yeah. So I love both colourways, but this is the way I tend to go to most. I think it's just a little bit brighter, lighter. Yeah, anyway. So that's that. That's that yarn. Another question I got this week that I've had a few times is, how do you tell if a pattern is in UK or US terms? The easiest thing to do is to look for single crochet. If you see SC or single crochet, it means it's a US terms pattern, because single crochet is the smallest stitch in US terms, but that same stitch is called a double crochet in UK terms. A double crochet in US terms means something different. It means a treble in UK. So the first thing to do is look for a single crochet, and that means it's US. But if your pattern doesn't have any of those, if it just says DC, double crochet, if you have a look at the stitch, and if that stitch is what you do for a traditional granny square, that means double crochet for that stitch is US, treble crochet for that stitch is UK. So that's that. I had a couple of, I don't know, these things always happen in groups. So I've had a couple of emails this week of people who've lost their patterns, whether it's because of computer crash or whatever. So you can always download your patterns. If you have bought a download from me, you can always re-download it. You just find that download email, your order email, click the link, and you'll be able to download it again. If you've lost those emails, just get in touch. Let me know your PayPal email address or a rough time when you ordered your or something like that, and I will be able to track it down and resend your order email. So never worry. Don't worry. I know computers crash. You lose things. It's awful, but you can always get your patterns. So don't worry about that. When am I having another crochet along? Like the big normal, like the Mayan one, like Kaboom, like Greg, like Fran, over the last few years. I fully intended at the start of this year to have one this year. Complete commitment in my head. But then I wrote a book. And I thought, oh, in the downtime, I'll just design the new one. I'll just get it. Yeah, anyway, I still haven't made any progress from, I've designed 2 squares for it. One of them needs reworking, I know. And that's still as far as I've gotten. So I do plan on doing one, but whether it will actually happen this year, I don't know. I've just got so many things on, so much travel and events and things with the book. I'm going to try, but it may not happen this year. And it will be the normal free cal. I'll post things on the blog every week, email every week. I'll also do an ebook for it, all that sort of stuff. It's just finding the time to do it. So hopefully now things have calmed down a little bit, touch wood. I might be able to start working on that again soon. But I do want to get Erin's blanket finished. I do want to get that jumper done. So I think at the moment they're about all my brain can cope with. So I will see how that goes. I've had the question again this week. How much yarn do I need to make a blanket? I don't know. I need a bit more information. I need to know how big you want it. Well, actually, I don't need to know. You need to know. How big is it going to be? What pattern are you using? Pattern or patterns? What yarn are you using? What hook are you using? Are you using more than one colour? I can't answer a very broad question like that. I did go through how to work it out in a blog post a little while ago, and I'll pop a link down below to that later if you missed that one. So you can work it out. You just need to do a bit of calculation. Not hard calculation, easy maths, and you'll be able to work out how much yarn you need. Even if it's approximate, it gives you a good starting point. So that's that. Do you guys have any questions who are watching here today? You pop them up here and I will answer them. My plans for this week, I have to prepare for my little workshop and event at the library. It's pretty cool because the library has just been through a major refurbishment. So complete internal, they gutted it and they've redone it. And it's actually reopening tomorrow which is really cool. And my event on Wednesday is the first big event in there, so that's pretty awesome. So I need to prepare for that. I need to, because I'm going to know so many people there, I need to have like a speech or something done, because I'm going to get distracted by the people I know. So I need to sort that out. Yes, so I will do that. What else? A bit more playtime, hopefully. And hopefully I'll get my book mailers and be able to post out all my orders. But otherwise, just not business as usual for me, I think. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you ever have any questions, pop me an email, Shelley@spincushions.com. I'll ask you my Facebook group, on Instagram, in Facebook here. I don't mind how you contact me. I always love to hear from you. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Friday, barring any other last minute emergencies. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.